The Wizard of Oz method is a moderated research method in which a user interacts with an interface manned by a human who controls the system responses. The name cleverly comes from Frank Baum's 20th century American children's book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. In the book, the characters meet a giant head that appears to be a powerful wizard, only to learn that it's just an ordinary man pulling the levers behind a screen. Just like we see with this method. So let's see an example in practice. In setting up a Wizard of Oz prototype study, we have a participant testing the interface, a facilitator in the room with them providing prompts and tasks like a normal usability test. What differentiates this from a normal usability test is that there's a wizard remotely controlling the interface. When is a Wizard of Oz test useful to run? The Wizard of Oz method can help creators of interfaces assess utility before investing resources into building a full technical solution. There are two popular variations of Wizard of Oz. The first is the closed Wizard of Oz paradigm, where there's a fixed set of system responses from which the wizard can choose. These responses can be various screens or text snippets. Second, there is an open Wizard of Oz paradigm where the wizard composes responses to user actions in a timely manner on the fly. And as you might guess, the wizard needs to have substantial knowledge of the product domain to compose those responses on the fly. This variation is commonly used in the discovery phase to understand user mental models, expectations, and vocabulary. You can also conduct a hybrid of the closed and open paradigms. In a hybrid, there would be an existing body of system responses, which are used whenever possible, like in a closed test. However, if there is not an appropriate response in the response corpus, a new one would be created on the fly and provided to the user during the session. This approach can generate insights about the existing, already implemented system responses and explore alternatives to current dead ends. So, how do you pull it off? For this particular type of study, you'll need to define tools and technology. How will the wizard and user communicate? Which technologies will be used? What hooks need to be created for the wizard to be able to control the prototype? For closed or hybrid studies, one tool that might be helpful to the wizard is a flow chart to follow. After you've established your setup, you're ready to go. The Wizard of Oz method is an inexpensive way to gain valuable insights on technologies that might otherwise be very costly to experiment with and build.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our UX videos, take a look at these over here and consider subscribing to our channel. On our website, nngroup.com, you can access our free library of over 2,000 articles. You can also register for one of our UX courses that offer live, hands-on UX training.